gaming
outlet
the show
where there's a black screen.
the podcast
Where there's a black screen.
the experience.
There's a black screen. On
I know
podcast.
there's a black screen, but you gotta do the intro before you show the cool not darkness. Can you tell me anything about your existence?
The American Sign Languager is going ham right now.
Let's get them real close to the mic and see what they have to say.
There is no theories. There is only tragedy. The American Sign Languager goes today.
Dun dun dun.
Sign language this, you fool.
Damn. How about you sign language these hands?
And now, just like the American Sign Languager, this joke is dead.
Just like
Now, welcome
Me.
to Pixel Pulse.
holy shit. Have you ever heard of Pixel Pulse before? This
Pixel
is a
Pulse.
show on the internet. It's a very original concept. We talk about video game news. I'm not sure if you've ever heard the concept before, but
What? We're the first ones to do this.
In a time where video game journalism is often AI generated or also sad, we're here to give you a long form content from our own faces.
without actually ever showing our faces,
Yes.
because that would hurt. That would hurt a lot.
I mean, we got a lot of sex appeal now, and a lot of that will just go away.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to be mysterious.
Go
You can see our
go on to
faces.
World of Warcraft and randomize a goblin 30 times, and that's what I look like.
Speaking of mysteriousness, let's pull back the veil a little bit. Who are we exactly? What's your name?
Well, who am I? I am who I am. That is who
I am all of me.
I am Steve. But no, I'm a Gari Uchu.
I can never escape Jack Black.
I'm an astronaut VTuber, and I am hanging out with my friends on Pixel Pulse. I am yes.
What the fuck is Pixel Pulse? Also, I think my neighbors just started playing really loud music as we started.
Yeah, legit. They did.
Like
It's-
right when we
wow.
went
yeah, I
went
can hear
live. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't pick up too much on the mics, but I think we'll be
Nah, I
okay.
think it'll be fine.
I mean, let's hope.
Who are you, man, with the cool sunglasses that no one can see? This dude is wearing sunglasses so fucking like super tinted that none of us can tell if he's even awake.
That's why I did it. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to sit here and snooze through the conversation of a lifetime. And you know what? You can tell I'm a real gamer because I'd much rather be gaming than being here.
Yeah, Saucy, you can't bully me on stream this time.
I can't even read the chat. With these
Sunglasses
on.
are too dark.
Nope, that's it. Chat, you're now blocked off from me when I'm no longer
right.
allowed to have a conversation.
Agari is the dedicated chat reader.
But no, I am Captain WaterMelvin on YouTube. That's what the @ underneath my name says, but it's actually WaterMelvin. I have two of them though. One's the personal account where I subscribe to other VTubers without telling Agari, and then there's my real one that's I'm using for public YouTube.
You know, I have to wonder. Oh, by the way, my name is Gabe. I have to wonder.
My name is Gabe, and I'm here to say
I have to wonder why. Have you ever been at your username? Like, think about it. Like on Twitter and all that, they always say that you at people, right? That's how you talk to them. But have you ever been at Agari? Like, have you been there?
I mean, that's what you type out when you want to tag someone. And
No. I hear what you're saying, but do you hear what I'm saying? Have you ever been to Agari?
Sure. On the inside?
Yes. On the inside, on the outside. Have you ever been to Agari?
I don't know. This is way too.
So just
deep for
theoretically,
me.
does that mean we've all been inside of like ourselves? Like,
Yeah.
have I been in Melvin? Because I am Melvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that can make sense, honestly.
But then it's like, am I truly inside myself if my flesh is the outer shell? So, are we really reaching inside?
I'll reach it.
The only me is me. Are you sure
way,
the only you is
Does
you?
that mean you're inside yourself every time you wipe with toilet paper?
And And on this show, on the Pixel Pulse podcast, we decided we want to come up with a very unique concept where we talk about game news.
And let Melvin stop talking.
we muzzle him so that way all he can do is just and that's all he can do the whole podcast. So
He must say,
Jesus Christ.
it's not working.
Nope,
it's not working.
it's
No
not
matter
working.
what we do to him, he's just too powerful. He keeps breaking through our
We
chains.
cannot suppress the Melvin.
We put him behind bars and he just fucking splits the bars in half.
well, considering I'm the only one that's been to jail before. Nah, I'm joking.
Anyways,
Anyway, so today we have a booked show for you all today. We like to present our topics in threes and then we go into some silly shit afterwards, but this year is going to be more of a catch-up segment. So let's go ahead and start in alphabetical order. Gabriel, what have you been playing today?
What have I been playing?
Like recently? Like what's on your mind? What have you been gaming with?
Oh, I just finished Yakuza 0. I cried when at the end of the game.
You finished it? Goddamn.
At the end of the game when Majima went, Kiryu-chan! I cried at that moment.
And then Yakuza 1 happened.
I haven't played Yakuza 1 yet, so we'll see. But hopefully there's more Kiryu-chan! I'm hoping.
Fun fact about Yakuza. Did you know that Yakuza 1 was the first Yakuza to come out?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about
did you
that.
know Yakuza 1 was the first Yakuza to ever Yakuza?
Did you know that the billiards in Yakuza are bullshit? No, I finished Yakuza.
We talked about this extensively last time about the billiards.
I finished the billiard game called Yakuza 0, and then I also started playing this ROM hack of Mario Sunshine. Don't tell the Nintendo lawyers.
I'm telling right now. They're on the horn.
It's pretty cool actually. It's called Super Mario Eclipse, and it turns Mario Sunshine into like basically an open world game where you can just like go wherever on the island. It's cool.
Sazichi in chat says, "Did you know you could Zua a yak?"
Not really, no. I haven't really thought about that much, but
You gotta say it really fast, like Zuyak.
Zuyak.
Isn't that just the noise that like Marth makes in Melee when you do his up B? He goes like Zuyak!
That's the
All
only
right,
thing that makes sense
Agari.
to me.
What have you been playing?
Well, I have been on my Pokemon expedition. I have been going through Omega Ruby, and I've been playing Pokemon White off stream.
I'm sorry, but you didn't play Pokemon as a kid, so you're not allowed to play it now. Stop it. Give me your Game Boy.
No, it's mine. You can't have it.
Mom said it's my turn.
No.
I'm gonna call Steph right now.
No. You leave her alone. You leave her out of this. But yeah, I've been going through my Pokemon phase. So I'm starting to catch up with a whole bunch of Pokemon games. The only thing that I have played outside of Pokemon right now is another simulator game that I'm probably going to end up streaming here soon, which is a TCG Card Shop Simulator. And you get to open packs and you get to pull not Pokemon.
It sounds like fucking Loot Crate the game.
It is. It pretty much is. But you don't have to pay for it, obviously. You just buy the game and then that's it.
You know
I
what
can get
missed
the
not
high without ever having the repercussions.
Exactly.
You know what I missed not having to pay for?
What?
Overwatch Loot Crates.
Yeah.
Because I could just fucking level them.
Remember what I used to love not having to pay for?
What?
Bills.
Yeah. What about you, Melvin? What have you been playing?
I just spent the last 13 hours not moving or blinking and playing Dead Rising Remastered Deluxe.
Oh, you had to move your thumbs.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's also fair. I was on all peer motor movement. I accidentally started a new game of Dead Rising. And Dead Rising Deluxe is pretty much just one-to-one a recreation of the first game with some enhancements and some removals, which is, we can go into that later down the road. But
I'm actually very curious. I didn't end up getting it right away. I wanted to hear your thoughts on the Dead Rising remaster before I made any purchases.
there are some minor changes, like leveling is really like easier now. Like before, I don't think you could get through the game one sitting with leveling up to 50.
Mhm.
But this time around, with one playthrough, I was able to get to max level.
Nice.
Now, I have to like go into this a little bit with a grain of I don't know how much of the game being easy is me knowing how to play, because I've played Dead Rising 1 religiously. I know what I'm doing in that game. And a lot of that knowledge carried over into this other game. Like, I knew where weapon spawns were already. I knew where magazines were. But if you ever wanted to experience the Dead Rising series, I think it is the optimal way to play.
What kind of magazines they got? They got like Sports Daily.
Yes, actually. They have like, so with the magazines, they're like your stat buffs. So if you found one...
I was joking. I thought he was talking about like gun magazines. I was trying to be a dumbass. But...
they do have a gun magazine.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't looked at the magazine covers yet. I planned on doing that eventually.
He literally means magazines. My bit was ruined.
Yeah, like, no, that's why I did it. I plowed through it.
He just ran through it. There was no barricade.
Sports Daily gives you a ×3 with sporting goods objects. So if you liked using baseball bats or like other things like that, you can just potentially just have a baseball bat that lasts forever. My favorite is I use one that's edged weapons because I really love edging. And,
Oh my god. Send me home.
and so essentially with the edged weapons, it works for chainsaws.
The muzzle isn't working. We've tried everything.
It works for chainsaws. It works for katanas and stuff. Not for the first one. The first one does not include. Captain Froze said, yeah, but usually you're crafting weapons. Yeah, not for the first game. That is a something they added in with the second one. The remake does not include that in this one. The remake is very much a faithful adaptation to the first game.
So that's good, because earlier in previous episodes we talked about this a little bit, and you were really concerned about that. You were
I do have like some complaints. Like
let's hear them.
So the entire voice cast is gone.
Remember you talking about that?
It's but the thing is, I'm okay with this new cast for the most part. There's only one character I dislike, and that was Brad. Brad's new voice actor kind of really feels like he's phoning it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like they used the same voice actor for Frank West that they used for Dead Rising 4, and it's kind of interesting because Dead Rising 4 kind of did what Super did to Goku, where they made Goku really stupid.
Okay.
And so Dead Rising 4 made Frank West a guy who only likes mini golf.
Did they retroactively change that in Dead Rising Remastered, or is
it
he
is almost perfectly 1-to-1 for all the dialogue?
so like the script is the same, it's just the actors are different?
Yeah, and it's like he's giving his own. No, I've been looking at it as a TV show that got like a remastered TV show where it's just a different actor giving their portrayal on a character, like a play.
Remember the JoJo OVA?
Yes, I've watched all of them. But with this, in this case, it's Ty Olsson that's the voice actor, because this is the one that did Dead Rising 4. When he's actually given serious lines, he's actually pretty good. I kind of like him as Frank West. I did not hate him. He doesn't say fantastic though, and that is not very fantastic. He said he goes perfect.
Oh, what the
ruined
fuck?
It's ruined.
It's not fantastic.
The other complaint I kind of had was so it makes sense. I mentioned like the erotica category for their photos, because in Dead Rising, you're building your points by taking pictures of silly scenarios or other scenarios like that. So it was outtakes, which is comedy, gruesome, which is or like violent, which is like you get gory kills, horror, which is just zombies or spooky business, drama, which is just like a human element that's very dramatic or something like that. Like say you see a mother breaking down because she watched her baby get eaten by zombies, you can get a picture of her crying and get a lot of PP points.
That's
all right.
Picture points.
Yeah.
My bad.
PP points. I mean,
points.
Well,
that would be triple P.
But the last one was erotica, which at the time, Japan was horny back in 2006. And essentially it rewarded you for taking
back in the day. What do you mean? They still are.
It's a little bit more, I don't know.
Hey, Gabe, could you fix the chat for me? It's a little scuffy.
Well, what's scuffy about? Oh,
I
it's
can't
not
see.
scrolling.
Yeah, it's not scrolling.
Okay.
Fix that for me. Sorry, chat.
But essentially, I think they just turned their music up louder.
I know. It sounds like they turned their music up louder.
Chat, can you hear the neighbors right now at all? Is that music like the boom?
You hear it through the headphones.
Let's see. Does that fix it? Let's try changing the window size as well.
Yeah, that might help.
Hopefully you can't hear. Why is this window so massive? What the fuck?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's the bottom of it. All right.
Dude, their bass is so loud.
I'm so confused.
I've had this run in with these neighbors a couple of times. That's not usually too bad. Chat is saying they can't hear it.
Okay, that's good then. But where was I? I was talking about. Well, we were talking about the erotic. So they gave you points for getting shots up skirts and throwing a dildo at a zombie and smacking it in the face. And then if you took a picture of the dildo in the scene, it would give you erotic points.
And so that's removed.
That is removed, which I don't mind the idea of that genre being removed. My complaint is I wish they would have implemented another one to replace it, because that is an avenue of points that is just removed from you getting it.
So does it make the game harder in that sense then?
No, because the game is much easier this time around.
Okay.
There's auto saves and checkpoints with every area you enter, which is, thank God, because the game crashes a little bit every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's also hard as fuck and bullshit sometimes.
But slapping zombies with rubber is funny, says Captain Froze. I love slapping zombies with rubber.
But
with silicone.
I just spent the last they have an infinity mode, which that was actually a big change they did. Infinity mode went and made it to where you can actually suspend it now.
Oh.
Before you had to do it all in one 14-hour sitting.
Oh.
To get everything unlocked, but now you can suspend it and then come back.
Okay.
Another thing they added with Dead Rising was say a lot of times when you did all your tasks, there's a lot of downtime waiting around.
Mm-hmm.
They made it to where you can fast forward now.
Oh, I did see something like that. Like there was like a watch mechanic.
You can fast forward in infinity mode too, which means that if you have food items on you stockpile, you watch your health drain really slowly, but you're fast forwarding through the time. And then after you do that,
tasks like in Among Us, yes. Elsie, yes.
it is exactly like Among Us. Because you got to go save people, you gotta go escort them. Which that's another thing. Survivor AI is greatly overhauled, which makes me happy good. Because
I remember them not being good. Timed tasks,
but at the end of the day, I think that it's the optimal way to play. I lasted about 8 days and 16 hours before I went down.
So, okay, here's my question to you, and then we'll get on to our topics. I've never played any Dead Rising game. Should I play Remastered or Dead Rising 1 because both are on Steam?
So I guess the question that comes into it is, I think the remaster is much more user-friendly and is a great way for new people to get into the game. But if you ever want to save money...
It is much cheaper. I noticed that. Dead Rising 1 is fucking what, $10?
Yeah, it's much cheaper to get the... because technically it's the second remaster.
Huh?
The first one, it's not the one that the Dead Rising on Steam is actually a remaster of its own.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that actually.
It's qualified as a remaster because they made it HD. They added all the textures and stuff like that and made the text box legible for you to read on an actual screen. But
it's good. I like being able to know what they're saying.
If you wanted to experience the original version of the game where it's a little bit more challenging and it has a little bit more of a personality to it, I would recommend the first one. The remaster, the deluxe remaster, I've been calling it the ultra deluxe remaster as a joke because and then eventually I'm going to start including Dante from Devil May Cry 3.
I also saw that the logo is just DRDR. I think that's pretty good.
That. I mean,
no, it's not a very appealing logo.
I'm very hoping.
What's wrong with Durder?
Doctor.
I'll include two things before because we're getting really spastic and off topic online. Yeah. I'm gonna finish this up. Two more things. So one more neat fact. Did you guys know that this is actually the second Dead Rising remake to be done in a Resident Evil engine?
Really? Resident Evil?
So that's what if you play the remaster, it's actually done in RE engine, the new one that's done for the new games. And it's interesting because if you've ever played Dragon's Dogma 2, The actual like pawn dialogue boxes are what they use for survivors. Also, everyone is voiced now. There's no more like just text boxes. Everyone has a voice. Every like NPC can like you actually talk to them.
My question is, if it's in the Resident Evil engine, can I punch boulders?
Yes.
That's all. That's it. He's sold.
But
I'm getting this game.
so the original one that was remade in the RE engine was Dead Rising for the Wii Chop Till You Drop was actually done in a modified engine of Resident Evil 4.
I didn't
Which is
even know
why
that there was a Wii version of that.
Yeah, it's called Chop Till You Drop. It was very fascinating. It wasn't open world. It was actually like mission based levels with like scaled down like areas that you would find in the full game. And so one of the other big changes for it was gunplay was heavily implemented in the Wii one because the gun shop owner you fight in the original. Let's just say some things happened to him.
Okay.
I'm not going to legally disclose that. And in the Wii version, he actually becomes a shopkeeper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you wanted to experience the game and you're willing to spend the money, I would recommend the remaster. It's much like friendlier for people to get into.
Okay, I was probably gonna go for the remaster just because I'm a basic bitch and I see prettier graphics and I go,
good. It is very pretty. I have like a bunch of like shots that are really cleanly done, like the actual like photographing in there. They've added like so one of the big changes they did was the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Each of there's a bunch of camera shops in the mall that you were supposed to go to like change your batteries out whenever you ran out of like camera ammo. And so they actually added upgrades for your camera into the game. So you can like change the brightness or like the focus or like.
Can I take a selfie?
Not in this one.
What the fuck?
I actually thought they would add like a selfie stick as one of the parts or something.
Game.
Okay.
No, you just gotta play Dead Rising 2 off the record.
I remember playing off the record. Yeah, that was.
Yes, that is my favorite one. So I probably have shoved it down your throat before.
I remember when I borrowed Dead Rising 2.
Yeah,
and my dogs ate the game.
So we can tell that story. And so 2 more things about Dead Rising, then I'll move on.
8 more things. Let's go. Let's go.
So one thing I would like to actually see differently from here on is for Dead Rising 2, and if they go the route of remastering all of the games, I would like them to kind of actually take some changes and like make it like be liberal with changes. Because Dead Rising 2 actually has roughly 3 spin-off games. So there was Dead Rising Case Zero, which was like a prequel story that was an Xbox Live Arcade exclusive. And then there was a second Xbox Live Arcade exclusive called Case West, which was a cooperative game where Frank West comes back, and it's a continuation of the story for Dead Rising 2. I would like to see them implement both those like side games into the full game, so that way everyone can have the full experience. And then I would like them to do like a story A and a story B kind of deal, where they include Dead Rising off the record in one game.
Okay.
So like you beat the game with Chuck Green, and then afterwards, once it's done, you unlock the Frank West off the record half.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And just like that way, you can make like it'd be the optimal bundle. Now, obviously, they could get away with like remaking all of those games. Yeah, exactly. Like Captain Frost said, so like RE2. That is exactly what I'm thinking. Like the Claire side and the Chris or the Leon side. And then the last part about this, and then we'll move on to topic 1 because I know I've been babbling, but at the same time, I'm going to be probably farming a lot of content on Dead Rising because I'm unlocking everything in almost 100% of it.
Content farm.
Content farm.
As in, like, I want to go through and like show off every outfit and stuff. But Agari and I were originally, we met in middle school. And
No way.
so we all have actually.
Yeah, we all met in middle school.
Gabe was in a different class than us, though, and so we met Gabe more so towards 8th grade.
I knew you in 7th. didn't I, Agari?
I don't think so. I don't think we knew each other in 7th grade. I thought we only started. Well, we might have known
You
each
were
other.
down the
but-
hall and to the left from me, so I never got the chance to
I swear I was friends with at least one of you in 7th grade.
I thought you were friends with Melvin
We
first.
started
because
talking a little bit.
I didn't
yeah.
become friends with you until I talked to Melvin.
You and I really didn't hit it off until like 8th grade when I brought in a 3DS for
yeah.
like one of the Fridays. They're like, "Oh, you are a good boy, and you can redeem your points for a good boy perk." And I was like, "Well, I do. I am a tool. Let me get my Game Boy, brother." So then Gabe was like, "Ooh, DS, Nintendo." And I was like, "Ooh, Nintendo boy, let's hang out." And that was it.
Anyways, so what's the last RE? Not
the
Dead Rising fact. Yeah.
For me and Agari, though, he mentioned earlier that. So when I was a kid, I fucking loved Dead Rising. I started playing it when I was 12. I wasn't there when it first came out. I would have gotten the collectors if I could have. So I got the collector's edition for Dead Rising 2, which came with a steel book and a syringe and a bunch of really cool
A
stuff.
syringe.
Yeah.
A real syringe?
it
It
was
was
or
like a
syringe
blue
pen.
syringe
Yeah.
pen that had like a blue liquid in it. That was supposed to be the
Zombrex, yeah.
the zombie suppressant from the game that you had to actually give your daughter. Or
Okay.
else she was going to turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
It's a really good series.
Yeah.
And if you do want to play Dead Rising 2 at any point, let me know.
Okay.
I will actually
I will let you know.
I will play through Off the Record and Dead Rising 2 with you.
Okay.
I'll even just drag you through. I just love them. They're my favorites.
But
So I let him borrow the game. And so fast forward a day or two. Oh, don't you? Anyways, so he comes over. And it's like morning. We have Spanish together. He's like, "Hey, Melvin, can I speak to you alone in the
Yeah.
bathroom?" And me, I'm just like, "That's
that's suspicious.
I don't trust bathroom alone time. Not since that one day." Anyways, so I go in there with him, and like he positions himself in front of the door. I'm like, "Oh God, I'm getting jumped." Fuck. And he goes, "My dogs ate your game." and he like prepared like a guy who was ready to just get mollywopped. He like cringed.
I thought he was gonna beat the shit out of me. I had no denial there.
That's why you brought him into the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he
So
thought
like
he was-
at least if he was gonna beat my ass, it would be in privacy. So that nobody would see me.
Yeah, two boys walking out of the bathroom out of breath and tuckered out. Certainly it would have just been a real image, huh? But essentially, my response was, "Oh, all right.
It was just as simple as that. And I was like, oh,
You're not gonna fucking kill me.
You're not gonna kill me.
beat me up."
You're not gonna beat me up. You're not mad at me.
I was like, "I mean, are you gonna replace it at least?" And he's like, "Yeah, my mom will buy it again." I was like, "Then fucking we're good." The game, because it's like the collector's edition was the steel case and everything else that came with it. I mean, yeah, the steel case had a fucking dog mark in it now, but oh well, if I really absolutely want it again, I can go buy
With the
one.
dog chewed through the steel?
Yes, the
Yeah,
dog chewed
yeah.
through
No,
the
she
steel
was
case.
bad, dude. She would eat through all my shit, and she
They,
found Melvin's game and just fucking ate through it.
Now, to be fair, I'm fairly certain you left the game out of the case.
Yeah, I think I might have switched it for like Modern Warfare 2 or
Yeah,
something
I
at the
know
time.
you. I know exactly
Yeah.
where you probably put it.
Yeah,
Because I used to do it too, but
Yeah.
my dogs didn't do that. So yeah, the story is dog's teeth.
yeah. I mean, her
House-
teeth were
Captain Froze said, "How strong was the dog's teeth?"
her teeth were strong. She would do anything to chew through like games or anything. She would chew through.
So yeah, if you guys want in-depth tips about Dead Rising or anything like that, I'm going to be uploading those to my channel on WaterMelvin. That is actually something I'm working on.
Incredible. Well, let's get started with our first topic 40 minutes into the stream. I have something pretty brief to talk about. There were some leaked models for the Nintendo Switch 2 that I figured we could talk about. Have both of you seen them?
I'm going to go look it up now.
I've seen the, I guess what they're like 3D renders.
Yeah.
The leaked 3D
Yeah.
renders. Yeah, I've seen them.
So I actually feel like this could be a real leak. I guess it's still up in the air and is a leak. And I'd rather talk about news on here and like official stuff, but I don't really have much else for you. So deal with it. I think these look pretty much exactly like how I was going to expect the Switch 2 to look. It looks like more Switch with Joy-Cons that will probably drift. There's magnetic rails instead of like the sliding rails. It connects through magnets now.
I don't know if I'll like that idea. I feel like the magnets would have to be like, I don't know, just be like.
There's a button to release them on the back of the Joy-Con, just like with the rails. But with regular Joy-Con, I've seen people, you know, the little wrist strap that you can get for the Joy-Con. I've seen people put that on upside down, and then it's a fucking pain in the god. I've done it myself. It's a pain in the ass to take those off if you accidentally flip it upside down.
Put it upside down, yeah.
You're talking about the butter knife situation. You guys stick the butter knife in there to get that fucking
Captain Froze says, I'm starting to lean towards it being a new Nintendo 3DS for the Switch. To the Switch.
Well, I don't think it'll be a Switch Pro or new 3DS, because new 3DS implies it's still the same Switch. From what we've seen on the specs that were also leaked in this document, it's about as powerful as a PS4 handheld and a PS4 Pro docked. It'll support up to 4K.
4K, really?
Yep.
That's surprising for Nintendo.
Yeah. It'll support up to 4K when it's plugged into the dock. Obviously, I think the screen itself will probably be like 1080 if I had to guess. I think that might have been in the documents. I don't remember.
The dock you meant.
Yeah.
Tune in.
If they keep the OLED, I would be okay with that.
That's the thing. I don't think the screen is OLED, is unfortunately, but I don't know that officially. I mean, obviously these leaks could be total bullshit. We don't really know. The only other thing to note about the design of it is bigger than the current Switch. It's even bigger than the OLED Switch. I mean, the OLED Switch really is the same size. It's just the screen itself. Yeah. It's less beveled. This, it's like, I know the chat can't see this, but with this being the Switch here, it's about like that.
A little bit taller.
Like about an inch or two.
That's it. Turn it on the webcam. Show chat.
So it's not too much bigger. I already feel like the Switch, like it fits in your pocket, but only kind of barely. So I don't know if the Switch 2 is going to fit in anyone's pockets necessarily. But that said, I don't really carry my Switch anywhere without a case anyways.
Do that either.
Yeah.
Like if I'm carrying it somewhere, I got a case with it at all times.
Yeah, I agree.
Even my case is on mine right now.
Yeah, I don't shove it in my pocket. I got my 2DS XL that I shove in my pocket, but that thing folds closed, so I don't have to worry about the screen getting all scratched up and shit.
The only other thing in this document was there is 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is, I think, more than the Xbox Series S. So it's a little bit more RAM than that, which I believe had 10 GB of RAM, the Series S. But the big thing is, get ready for gimmicks again, everyone. They're putting a microphone in there.
Oh my God, that's not going to be good.
Well, keep in mind this. This Joy-Con, the left one, or the right one, sorry, has an IR sensor on the bottom of it that just is there.
To
be fair, honestly, I'm surprised the Switch didn't come with a microphone already built in. So,
well, they were trying to integrate it with the Nintendo app thing.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it didn't have one already, because that just seemed like something Nintendo would have slapped on.
I don't know why they would. If they put a microphone on it, they shouldn't put it on the. They shouldn't put it on the Joy-Cons.
I don't remember where on the Switch it was. It might have been on the system itself. I'm sure it could be used like the Wii U gamepad in Mario Kart 8. It used the microphone for voice chat only when you're in lobbies, which was stupid. So I'm sure they could use the native mic in it to support like voice chat natively, but I think what it's really going to be for is just like gimmick games and stuff like that.
Get ready for one game that uses the microphone.
Yeah.
There's going to be like Mario Party Super Soup. And it's
Mario Party Super Soup.
And that game is going to have like one microphone blowing minigame. I mean, I liked the mic games in Mario Party 7, so if it's anything like that, but if it's just like blowing into the mic like Bowser's Inside Story DS version, I'm good. We don't really need any more of that.
Yeah,
but
fair enough. What's up, Big Chillin'?
Big Chillin' has
relaxing.
leaned back.
Yeah, he's maxing, relaxing with his
I'm just
sunglasses.
listening to you talk.
He's taking a nap. We knew it. We had to wake him up.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Melvin.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? So what, I guess for you two, like obviously I'm gonna get this just because I'm like the Nintendo loyalist here, whatever the fuck. But what would it take for you guys to buy a Switch 2? Like completely disregarding everything I just said, what would you want to see out of it?
I'm a little disappointed in seeing the specs kind of being PlayStation 4 level. But I guess I mean, am I allowed to even ask for more at this point, considering it's Nintendo?
I was gonna say, as long as it doesn't have a fucking Sony price tag of $700.
I'm more in the camp of what I wanted to see was like maybe keeping the Switch as its own line, to them actually providing a home console again. That's a little bit beefier, but they probably won't.
It would be nice if they offered a dock that actually added like more power. Like, I don't know. Apparently, according to this leak, that's what this dock will do. Everyone was saying that was going to happen with the original dock. It really doesn't do that. The dock is just a piece of hardware on the current model Switch that just makes it appear on a TV. That's all it does.
Expands the resolution slightly and makes it charge.
I don't even think it does that. Like, just
I thought
like
it was like 480p on the like handheld and like 720p on the TV.
I think that is just purely like game developers optimizing for the lower res screen. Like they decide to make the game run at a lower resolution when it's not on a big screen to take up less resources. I think. But regardless, I wish that the dock did a little bit more. I won't deny that. But
now, that being said, I hope I can actually go back and like play my older games with enhancements. Like let me get Tears of the Kingdom with like excellent frame rates.
Yeah.
There is they
are shaking the floor. Sorry, I just noticed that.
On a Sunday night too.
Right. The models did show that there is a cartridge slot, so it will more or less probably just support Switch 1 games at the very least. So backwards compatibility
backwards
seems to be.
Yeah, I don't
probable.
think we're gonna see Nintendo come back from cartridges. I think they're staying on cartridges for a while.
They are. It's more expensive to produce though, which is harder. Which is harder for like third parties.
Oh, yeah,
apparently,
that's true. But I mean, like,
compared to discs, anyways.
I personally, I always get my games digital.
It's Halo's oldest time.
95% of the time, I get my games digital. I have like a 128 gigabyte SD card on my Switch that I use. So not a lot of people. I mean, you can send out like a very shitty example, like 1 million units of cartridge. You know, maybe 25% of that million gets sold. And then the rest of them, maybe people are just buying it online because they'd rather not have the cartridge, or they'd rather just install it on their device and not have to worry about damaging a cartridge or whatever, etc. I'm that kind of person that it's like, I like my games to be digital. I like to know that I have it and that I won't lose something like the cartridge.
No, I like my games being physical because I know I'll have it and I won't lose something like the server shutting down.
And I also like being able to offer. I'm 50-50. I mostly buy digital just because I'm lazy and I'm awake at 4 a.m. and stores are not open. But generally speaking, I like to have physical so that way I can give you my copy of Xenoblade and say, hey, where's your progress on Xenoblade? How far
I'm going to play more of it tonight.
He's lying.
Fuck yeah!
No, I'll play more of it tonight. I've been pushing it off for too long.
He's going to go play Valorant.
No, I was going to play Pokemon.
But yeah, I can physically give and like let my friends at least try these games.
That's how I played Metroid Remastered, was through you.
So I do like physical.
Now I will say one thing. I really like what Steam has been doing lately. Steam has recently revamped their family sharing.
Yes.
To where if you like say if I were to log into your computer and enable family sharing with you, you could play any of my games as long as I'm not directly playing it.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's pretty cool.
That is a very
nice
strong, feature. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that benefits you a lot.
Especially because like I have 1,000 games and a lot of my friends like playing my stuff. But no one ever offers to log into my computer and share with me. Maybe I want some of their games to try.
Do you
What
want?
games do you have that I don't?
I can give you a copy of Yakuza 0.
I have like 3 versions of it.
I can give you a copy of.
No, I know a lot of people don't offer to share with me, but like,
because fuck you.
Really, it's.
He didn't deny it.
I said real. I was gonna say, you guys continue. You're good. I give up.
I'm gonna open up my soda real quick. Okay, there we go. I don't even know what that was. What'd you throw at me?
The
couch.
The couch.
Oh,
He threw a whole couch at you.
the whole couch.
Yeah.
It was the Animal Crossing leaf. That's furniture.
Yeah, the furniture, the couch.
But where were we last?
Antarctica.
Antarctica. We were just talking about,
Freezing
what
to
we'd want
death.
on the Switch, the new Switch 2.
So for me, realistically, though, like with the Steam family sharing, I think that's fantastic. That being said, I'm also terrified that if Steam ever just decides not to give me my games anymore.
Yeah.
But that probably won't happen unless Gabe Newell is replaced by someone who is previously involved with Microsoft or Sony.
What about you? Is there anything you would really want to see out of the the Switch 2?
PS Switch.
Yeah.
PS Switch 2. I would mainly like to see just like at least 1440. It doesn't have to be 4K for me because like I like higher resolution. I like a good game that runs well, that looks good. And I know that the Switch is capable of having games that run well, that look good, and just like not just in portable, but on my monitor and stuff too. If it'd be possible, I would like to see higher frame rate games, of course.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact, did you know that PlayStation did a poll and found that 3 out of 4 players usually pick the performance mode over the graphics mode?
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, I don't necessarily need it to be 4K either. I would like maybe 2K at most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'd rather it just be like 2K.
Realistically, I just want the frame rates to be good.
I don't even have a 4K screen in this house.
Like neither do I. And it's like if I could just get like Scarlet with like 60 frames and like all the Pokemon not looking like shit in the background and like they have so much potential there for their games. It's just they keep bottlenecking themselves on performance.
Even if it's like a 75 hertz mode or something, like maybe it doesn't have to be locked at 60
frames.
I know. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I like higher frames. I like seeing a higher refresh rate too, though. That's just what I would want.
What is even the difference between frames and refresh rate?
Responsiveness.
Yeah, just responsiveness and stuff.
Okay.
As someone who we play a lot of like competitive shooters, it's very noticeable for us when we're playing lower hertz versus like I'm playing 165 right now.
Like one thing I've noticed, especially like this is kind of huge actually, because I'm playing Pokemon Ruby, Omega Ruby, and so the game itself is at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
So I'm running around, playing the game, whatever. It's fine, it's playable. I don't care. But there's moments where the menu goes to a full fluid 60 FPS and like it looks good. It looks smooth. It doesn't look like it's,
Yeah, a lot of 3DS games were like that. Yeah.
It's I don't want to say lacking, but I feel like it's just more, I can't think of the word right now. Like it's something that I would want is just something more like a 60
consistent
FPS
frame
lock.
rate.
Or
Yeah, okay.
like, yeah.
God, it sounds like your fucking neighbors are listening to a Detective SNES game soundtrack where it's just like they're on like a 2D side-scrolling street in a dark alley.
But yeah, that's what I would want is just nice, maybe even just a 60 FPS lock. Something to show that it's smooth and it's not just sitting at like 30 frames per second.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I think that's all I've got for my topic.
I
Who's
would like
next?
to see GameCube support. Let's see GameCube games on the Switch too.
I would love that.
So
I don't even mind if I would be buying digital ports on an online store. I don't need the online service. Just let me.
well, in that case, that already happens. We have things like the Pikmin ports and Metroid Prime Remastered.
I just want more. Like, I'd like to see Wind Waker come back over again so that they have access to like my favorite Zelda game.
Fair enough. Yeah, let's see Melee, baby.
I'm really surprised the Zelda games haven't been like. I'm really surprised like the Zelda games didn't get ported over to Switch like they did on the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't know why they just have been holding on to that. I'm sure they're like done and ready to go. They're just
I legit thought it was going to be like when they were announcing Skyward Sword Remastered. I thought it was going to be that's when they were going to announce like here's Wind Waker and then here's Twilight Princess. Oh, but here's a game that wasn't remastered ever before.
I need Tomodachi Life for the Switch. That's all I need. I've been playing the shit out of it on my 3DS. I need it back.
Go ahead and please tell us more.
I would like to, but I think we should move on.
Guess what? It's your topic now. Go ahead, tell us more.
Okay, cool. Well, my topic isn't related to Nintendo.
Oh,
I know.
I'm leaving.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. But the best you can get is Miitopia. Yeah, I know. At least Miitopia's
based.
It's
I
good.
miss the
like
Street Pass games.
I know Street Pass has been. I haven't ran into. I've ran into Quinn maybe a couple times.
You'll get me eventually if I ever fix my DS.
Right.
I have to take it all apart.
But regardless, this article is probably about a little bit 10 days old. But
Oh my god.
whatever. It's Microsoft because they laid off 650 more Xbox employees.
Hey.
Yay, more firing of people because we acquired multiple different studios and now we can't afford them.
Did you happen to see which studios they cut from the most?
I can look that up through the article.
Because I know the answer. I was just wondering if you did.
No, I didn't fully look through it, honestly.
Most of them, I believe, are coming from Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, because last, a couple months ago, they laid off 1,900 people from Activision Blizzard. And I think if I'm scrolling through here, you're right. It is through
They're
Activision,
like trying to say like 20% of the layoffs are from like Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, that's what
which
they're
is
saying.
fair. Because, let's be honest here. What has Activision been doing lately besides Call of Duty?
Right, that's a lot of what they usually push out is just
Sure,
Call
they
of
just
Duty.
put War Within for WoW out recently, but
There's not a lot of Activision games that I
when
can
WoW
think
2?
of right now. At least it's just mostly kind of like Call of Duty. I don't know. Does Activision even do like other publishings now? Because all I know is Call of Duty. When I think Activision, the first thing that comes to my head is just Call of
they're
Duty.
also running Overwatch 2, which is a live service.
Okay.
And then, like I said, WoW did just get an expansion recently called War Within.
Mhm.
Does Activision still hold the final rights to like Crash Bandicoot?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Crash 4 was an exclusive, I believe, for a short time on Blizzard. But another fun fact about Activision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no fun facts in relation to Activision Blizzard. Everything is miserable.
I had something. No, I mean they did also announce that they're making more content for Diablo 4.
Oh, okay. So Diablo.
So Diablo 4 is like, if you look on there, they added that to Game Pass recently.
Oh yeah,
which Diablo 4 being on Game Pass is probably going to be actually how I play Diablo 4.
Right.
It's gonna that might just wholeheartedly guarantee that I'm gonna try it.
And once Black Ops 6 comes out too, like it's on Game Pass. So I'm gonna be trying it through there. But I don't really play much of Call of Duty anymore.
I was just talking about this with a friend though, because I recently went on a World of Warcraft discovery.
Mhm.
I decided that for a few years I'm just gonna disappear and play WoW and not even talk to girls or anything anymore.
Fair enough.
So essentially, I was talking to my friend about it, and we're both like, WoW has such an expansive lore and world behind it. I really wish they would make something to let me like play in that world that isn't an MMORPG.
Mhm.
Like I would love like a third-person action adventure Warcraft game.
Something that's like more story-based driven.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Like I would love to see more things like that again with like WoW and like StarCraft, because both have really expansive worlds that they're just not doing anything with.
Speaking of like expansive stuff, kind of just interjecting.
Expands these nuts in your mouth.
Bungie has actually been making some somewhat okay moves for the community of Destiny. They have been updating, saying, hey, this is the roadmap that we're going to have for the next couple of years. They've been actually kind of talking with them and showing like what's going on with them right now.
I would like you to come back to that after you're finished with the Xbox.
Yeah.
First.
But I was just throwing that.
Yeah, we can come back to that too afterward. I just want to make sure that we get the Xbox story out first.
Just like with Activision and like Microsoft acquiring so many studios, like again, they spent hold on, was it $68.7 billion to acquire Activision Blizzard, which is a shitload of fucking money, first of all. But second of all, like, it makes me worried about, I don't want to say it makes me worried about gaming, because I don't think that we're going through like, I don't know what the word is, but like, we're not going through like a gaming depression.
I think we're going through a renaissance of everything.
I was going to say, I feel like we're getting a lot of good games.
At a really healthy point.
And
I think we're starting to see companies that are releasing bad products finally get the repercussions of their actions.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%, because everyone is getting sick of the same old shit, is what I'm starting to realize. Is a lot of people don't want a repetitive, not only that, casual players. Because if you try to go into a Call of Duty lobby nowadays, dude, casual gaming is fucking dead. Everyone's sweating. Everyone's using meta.
That entirely has to do with the fact that it's mainly skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah, and that whole skill-based matchmaking is awful.
Needs to be removed entirely and go back to the old lobby systems.
Yeah, as Elsie says, ahem, Pokemon Company. Yeah. But regardless, it's just, it's time that big companies start realizing, hey, this is not what we want from you guys, and you guys are starting to, fuck our shit up, and we don't want you to fuck our shit up. And I guess I'm worried about the big companies too, just because, we have titles like Halo or God of War, and like, sure, for example, I'm speaking out of my ass here, I'm not gonna lie, but like, how Sony has Sony Game Studios or whatever they're called, Sony Production, blah blah blah. They've made bad moves, and they're continuously making bad moves, just kind of like how Microsoft is right now.
Well, Sony's my topic, so I'd like
try
and stay in yours for now.
Yeah.
We keep getting away from. I want you to talk about more so just the Xbox firings. Like, is there a breakdown of what companies suffered those firings?
No. In this article, it's just talking about, in this article specifically that I'm reading from The Verge, it just talks about how the firing happened, and it doesn't say what specific studio.
Is there any more information on it at all?
Not on this article, but I can definitely look up another one.
Like, maybe type in a breakdown so we can discuss more of like what departments or where it is. Because I guess one thing to consider is, it's a shame people are getting fired, but we are also at a point in time where game development is at an extreme blow when it comes to the amount of employees that are available there.
Yeah.
When like a best example I can think of that isn't a game company, it was like Twitter. Elon fired 75% of its employees, but now Twitter still pretty much runs the same way for the most part. Like, there are just some bloat. Like, I remember there's an actual interview with the man who designed Fallout. I think his last name was Kane. I can't remember, Tim Kane. And he was talking about how he just wanted a simple script added into his game. And no matter what, they would always keep telling him it was going to take 2 weeks minimum, when it was only like a simple line that would affect the targeting of everyone when you attack an enemy.
So as far as it goes, from what I'm reading through BBC, it was just mostly corporate and support functions that were affected. So as far as there's no specific.
So developers themselves seem to be.
Yeah. So then that was information that I was missing from that article.
Goodbye, HR.
So I'm sorry about that.
That's very important to note there, that it's more so in the corporation side.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not really worried about Microsoft ever going bankrupt, because think about how much of our technologies is already implemented with Windows.
I do want to blame that on the article, because that article doesn't have anything. It's from The Verge, and it's just a very this happened. That's it. It doesn't have any other
information. That is why we
Welcome
come
to
prepared for our sources, and we always triple check everything we talk about.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm a shit reporter, chat.
It's okay. We're here to encourage improvement and growth, not to destroy it.
But regardless,
I know something that grows. Mario, when he eats a mushroom. Anyways, I was dumb. Cut that from
No,
wait a minute.
don't
We're live. Cut that live.
Don't cut that.
Cut that out.
Anything.
No, get it out of here.
I think we need to add the American Sign Language are laughing in the background for that one. No. Yeah, I'm glad you only did the one hand on there because he did lose the other one. He's now unfortunately going to be speaking with a speech impediment.
Okay.
Regardless,
I mean that's true though. Like if you're using sign language to speak and you're missing a hand, it is actually considered a speech impediment.
That is
in
true.
the community of like American Sign
Hey,
Language.
so about those layoffs.
regardless, the layoffs are unfortunate, but now that I know more details about it, it doesn't seem as severe as I thought it was going to be. And sure, it's mostly supporting functions and just office people, but still, that's a lot of jobs going under. And as somebody who has been jobless for 7 months, it's hard to find a job in this kind of job economy. And
I mean, I wouldn't technically count you as jobless for 7 months. You did work recently.
I had a 3-week gig. It wasn't a job. But regardless, it's hard. And I just hope for the best for people that are, affected by this firing. I hope everyone can figure at least something out and, nobody goes homeless or broke. That's basically kind of just what I'm boiling down to. I just want people to have a good ending. That's all I want.
I mean, at the end of the day, if your job is not necessary, I feel unfortunately that is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother thing too, but it's just like in this situation, I'm just hoping for a good end.
Yeah, true. But I guess in this scenario, with it being more so HR employment, it doesn't really show a bad standing for Microsoft. But if we want to talk about Microsoft standing, they do keep closing companies down.
That's true. Yeah. What was it? Redfall was the last one that they closed down.
The company that did the really popular and Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh yeah,
was the
Hi-Fi
last
Rush.
one that
Yeah.
closed, and then Arcane Austin was also closed.
Did you see Hi-Fi Rush's dev was bought out by who was it? When Microsoft made all those layouts recently, someone else bought that company, and now they're able to stay in business. Did you guys see any of that?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
I saw they got bought out again, which gave me hope because it's like they released a fine quality product. They shouldn't be punished for that.
I agree.
The fact that Microsoft was like, we need more games like Hi-Fi Rush as they murdered the goddamn company that did it.
Literally the day after.
It's like a hunter skinning a deer. Man, I wonder why the deer population's going low.
Crafton was the company that had bought the studio from Xbox.
Well, good for them for being able to keep. I mean, I imagine there was still some people that I don't quite know how it all works, but good for them that they're able to at least somewhat stay functioning. That is my take on the situation.
Are we ready to move on to the third topic?
Oh, sorry. I just looked into Crafton and their studios. They're responsible for PUBG, Dark and Darker mobile.
Oh, right. PUBG devs. That's what
the Callisto
There's
Protocol.
a mobile Dark and Darker?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, they did the Callisto Protocol?
Yeah.
That game was all right.
Yeah, they got quite a few games under their belt. Subnautica's there. Yeah. Okay. So they're pretty all
They
right.
might be in good hands.
Yeah, they're probably in good hands. But that's it from me.
Unfortunately for all of you, I get to talk again.
Uh-oh.
Where's the muzzle? Oh no.
He just parried the muzzle.
Oh fuck yeah, I did. I ain't gonna.
He parried the
You
fuck
ain't gonna
out of it.
silence me. What do you think this is? The government? They've been trying for the last 20 years, and yet here I am still saying goo goo gaga.
I can't believe you just said that live on stream.
Yeah, but the joke is I'm 27, and so they've been trying to silence me since I was 7 years old.
Oh. You were saying Goo Goo Gaga at 7 years old?
Sure.
Okay, anyways.
You don't know how stupid I was. This is like the third evolution of me.
Third evolution.
Wait till I hit 40. Oof.
It's a mega evolution.
So my topic is actually a long-running series of a cavalcade of disaster. How many of you are familiar with Sony?
I know. So.
Who's that?
So Sony recently has been on a series of bad decisions ever since our last favorite conversation topic we had last time was Concord.
Oh yeah, Concord. Yep.
So
most definitely didn't ever.
Sony
talk about
was
it.
recently caught secretly increasing the price of controllers.
Really?
So it was originally 75. Now I believe it's around 80 for one of the new colored ones.
For the PS5 controllers?
For the PS5 controllers.
What? They've been secretly raising the price
They
of it?
secretly rose the price of the controllers right before the PlayStation 5 Pro announcement.
Can they do that legally?
I mean, it's their product. They can say how much.
That's fair.
So, I mean, Arizona Iced Tea's going up in price. Why not? I guess. So that's just funny. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, all right, whatever. And then before the PlayStation 5 Pro was announced, the Concord situation happened.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who aren't aware of the Concord situation, Concord was a 5v5 team-based shooter that was released by Sony recently. It lasted about 14. It lasted less than the average lifespan of an American housefly, which was 14 days. It lasted about 9. They had an average of 70 players within their first week on Steam.
Yikes.
So apparently, the reason why the secret controller hike range, and then as you've all seen recently, maybe that the
Yep.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
You froze for a second there.
Anyways, I'm gonna continue finishing it. What I was saying before I get lost because I was reading the chat.
Yeah.
So essentially, Concord released before the PlayStation 5 Pro. It is heavily speculated that the PlayStation 5 Pro was supposed to be the Concord machine.
Really?
It was meant to have a lot of push with the Concord, as it was supposed to have. There's a lot of leaks and rumors that Concord was supposed to be Sony's Star Wars.
Really?
So I don't know if you guys knew this. On Amazon, there's an actual spin-off series called Secret Levels, which is a small TV show miniseries based on the Concord universe.
What?
By the way, that's at 80% on user rating, so there might be some quality in that at least.
Yeah.
But it's called Secret Levels on Amazon.
Okay.
That was a Concord TV show that they released to go alongside Concord the game. I haven't checked the design. Captain Froze said, with those designs, ? I don't know if that's, I haven't looked into it yet. I just know that is, apparently it was supposed to be a big multimedia franchise that they were going to turn into movies and shows and stuff like that. And it was supposed to be their next Star Wars.
And it flopped.
By the way,
hard.
We said $100 million. It was actually over $400 million that they spent on this game in this franchise. And that was before they acquired the team. Because they bought the team after the game.
And it flopped this hard.
For context, they made $1 million.
Wow.
And they did provide refunds. So
did they even make $1 million?
$400 or $400 million mistake. So originally there was leaks supposedly saying that the PS5 Pro was going to actually be $500.
Mm-hmm.
But now there's apparently a Concord tax, and that's what everyone's speculating why the price of the PS5 Pro and the controllers have gone up.
Oh, because they're trying to make back their money.
Because they're trying to make back the $400 million that they just threw in the drain for this company.
Here's the sorry.
I was gonna say, essentially, a lot of sources were saying that they had a very strong echo chamber where they were constantly saying everything positive about the game. A lot of sources are saying that was cause of it, where no one was just saying, hey, this is a bad idea, or hey, these characters look fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all rumors, sources, he said, she said. That's gossip a little bit. But at the same time, it is heavily speculated that this $400 million flop is the reason why Sony is going out their way like this.
Frost says it costs $400 million to play Concord for 5 minutes.
So here's my take on all this. I'm sorry, giant corporation, that you made this $400 million mistake. However, $700 for no disk drive and no stand. You know, if I'm supposed to get the whole package, it's an over $800 purchase. I'm sorry, Mr. Sony, but I will not be buying your product. I am not a like the 1%. I cannot afford this.
I was gonna reference what Captain Froze said earlier, but he just said it again. 1,100 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, it's insane
for all the everything. I think is what it was for.
Oh, it's okay, guys. Now there has been recent talks that they've announced their new 30th anniversary console. It's a PlayStation 1 styled PS5.
It does look good, but
the thing I noticed that was really cool was they brought back color to the buttons.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That's
it. That's all. It's it. It looks good. I like the color though. I like the color of the original PlayStation 1 because that was the first console that I ever got was a PlayStation 1. Ironically, I've not had a PlayStation since, but
I own every single one now at this point.
Nice.
Except for the Pro, and I'm not going to be buying that. Because $700 without disc drive, $88 for the disc drive, and then
stupid.
$80 now for another controller. That's already like close to $900, and then it's like, oh, I want a game or two with that, right? Well, there you
$70.
go. That's over $1,000 right there, almost.
At that point, you might as well just build a PC or get a PC. You don't have to.
You can build a budget PC for around $800.
That runs
It won't run as well,
but it'll still be pretty decent.
And you would have access to Xbox games and PC games and PlayStation games because PlayStation's porting everything over now.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 16 just dropped on Steam recently, which is another thing I have to buy.
Yeah, listen. If you're like a Sony mega fan, then sure, I guess the PS5 Pro might be worth it. But I just think
hell no, it's not worth it. Another thing that makes me mad about it is the processor's old.
Is it?
The processor's the same processor.
What?
They're not really changing the processor at all. It's gonna get bottlenecked at the processor. They decided to slap in a pretty much a 2080 Ti.
Okay.
And then they fucking slapped in the same processor that they had in the PlayStation 5 and said that was good enough.
What? So they just updated the graphics card technically?
Yes.
What?
And then removed your disk drive.
What the fuck? What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you like that either. I just my brain snapped immediately into remembering that, and I was like, I have to get that out there.
Yeah, I guess from what I saw, the Sony CEO or someone was like, the only people we're expecting to buy this are genuinely. He pretty much said that he said he expects people who already owns PS5s to do trade-in deals with stores like GameStop and pay the $300 or whatever difference with the trade-in value. But even then, I don't think it would be worth it. I saw the comparison videos. Some of the fucking footage, I thought that the PS4 or the PS5 version looked just as good, or sometimes even weirdly better.
Because we're at a point now where visuals are pretty much plateaued. I think vertically, I don't think we can get better with visuals.
The only thing that would warrant this to be better would be better processing power, so that way games, and I think they showed a couple examples of this, but games that were stuck at 30 can now run at 60. Okay, fine. Astrobot is kind of cool because they have a lot of levels where there's just a bunch of physics objects in the room and there's no frame dips. That's cool. And if an upgrade to the PS hardware means you can do more things like that, that's cool. But also how many times are you going to really do something like that other than to just flex the hardware?
Also, for $700, why wouldn't I just wait for the PlayStation 6?
Yeah, especially
they've already said they're making one. They also just announced this 30th anniversary PlayStation. Why would I want to buy the 30th anniversary and then get your Pro?
Well, there's a 30th anniversary version of the Pro as well.
I think that's what I saw. But I mean, I still don't want
both versions.
Right. It just doesn't seem appropriate.
Appropriate.
Now what makes me laugh is it's could Sony, can Bloodborne run at 60 frames on that PlayStation 5 Pro?
No, Bloodborne can run at, please fucking forget about it.
No, it won't.
That's what Sony wants you to
why
do.
I won't forget about it, because after years of waiting, they finally did it. They decided to remaster the one fucking sequel, one game that everyone wanted to remaster.
Parappa the Rap.
They wanted them to finally do it. They decided to remaster Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one.
Yay.
I've never played a Horizon game, and I don't think I give a shit.
I got Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one. It's not. I got it. It's all right. It's not like it's not. It's a game. I'll just put it that way. It's not a bad game. It's not the best game, but it's a game.
Captain Fro says, I'm still mad that they probably lost the source code when they got rid of Japan branch.
It's a good series, but it doesn't.
It really just doesn't need a remaster, though.
It doesn't.
They just came out with it all on PC, and it's like, cool, but you have a game that's locked at 30 FPS that could desperately use the Demon Souls treatment that you just gave us.
Dare I even mention the Last of Us Part 2 remastered, the most non-needed remaster to ever be remastered?
You literally can just play The Last of Us Part 2 on there. Like, for $10, I have it on PlayStation 4, and it's digitally downloaded on my PlayStation 5.
What Captain Froze just said. It's Last of Us 2 all over again.
Like, you have so many people that just want you to remake Bloodborne. Just do it. I know it fucking sucks. You probably don't have the code anymore. But just figure it out.
That's what everyone wants, man.
You literally could be making money with it right now.
Yeah, you could make up all that money that you lost from fucking Concord.
Doesn't Bloodborne run at like 30 FPS, and even then it's not like super consistent? So like it's
It really,
out of all the games from the PS4, it's the most that really would like need it.
It could definitely, if it had like, because the thing is, we're almost close to having it emulated on PC.
Mm-hmm.
And people are running it at 60 frames on PC through the emulation.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still really...
Which is insane that, fans of the game that are emulating this game can make the game run better than the people that developed it with your new hardware.
Come on, Sony, get it together.
It's just baffling.
So here's my question to the two of you. Is there, I'm going to basically do the same thing I did with the Switch. Is there anything that the PS5 could have been that would have made you be like, okay, I want this? Other than a less price. Like, obviously, I think the price is a huge turnoff for anyone.
If they would have said to me, hey, the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming out, when Spider-Man 2 came out, and they gave me a Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 5 Pro, that would have made me probably buy it.
Like, yeah, I was thinking if there's like a special edition of a game that I really liked or something.
Well, like Spider-Man 3, if that comes out and then they give us like a discounted like PlayStation 5 Pro version with the like Spider-Man 3 design.
Like a bundle sale or something.
Yeah,
like
if they do that, then I'll probably buy the Pro because I like the Spider-Man consoles. I have 4 and 5 in the Spider-Man designs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorite games on that console. But honestly, at the end of the day, no. I don't think there was a thing that Sony could do to get me to buy the Pro. I mean, I recognize that the Pro isn't for me, but at the same time, the Pro certainly isn't for anyone else, I don't think, especially with that price tag.
I agree with that. I mean, like, there can be the one person that's like, oh, I bought the PS4 or the PS5 Pro. But that's all it really feels like. It's just like a flex tag.
Well, even the PlayStation 4 Pro wasn't as much as that.
Mm-hmm.
It was an enhancement to the PS4, and it was also not that. It was like maybe $100 more, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just want the 30th anniversary controller. That's fair, Elsie.
I also would like the 30th anniversary controller, I think.
I eventually want to get... Well, the one thing that I think is really cool is that Xbox, just a kind of tangent real quick, they have their own little like thing that you can go online.
During the Sony segment, he's going to bring up Xbox.
Yes. Yeah, fuck you. But
fuck you.
But they got you can create your own controllers and stuff like that. So you can
I saw that Xbox does that. I would like to see that for Sony.
That'd be cool.
One of my friends, Caleb, offered to make me a Gabriel Surge controller, and I was like, first of all, I don't have an Xbox. Second of all, what do you fucking mean?
Yeah, no, the Xbox controllers that like you can customize stuff are cool. I would like to see if Sony could integrate something like that.
I am absolutely desperate for them to keep haptic feedback, though.
Yeah.
I will say the PlayStation 5 controller is the first controller to get me to want to use a controller over the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. I'm so used to using the Xbox. What is it? The new series controllers, not the old ones, but it's like the ones that have the directional pad that is like more of a pad and that actually clicks with each.
Did you know that like the actual like haptic feedback on a PlayStation 5 controller works on PC games too?
Does it really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm playing Space Marines 2 right now, and with the haptic feedback, what that is for those who don't know is say you're pulling like the bow or drawstring of a bow. It'll actually increase the tension of your triggers to simulate what it feels like when you're pulling back that drawstring.
See, if I could get that in an Xbox controller, because I like how the Xbox controller
my brother,
feels
I don't
more.
think you're gonna get that.
I
in your
know,
Xbox
I know,
controller
but
now.
I feel like if it were to have that, that would be like the perfect controller for me.
I just know that it feels really solid because when I was playing Space Marines 2, every time you fired the bolt pistol, it felt like a heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very optimal. I very much enjoy the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5
The
controllers.
only reason why I don't even really think about getting like a PS5 controller for my PC is because I don't know what's supported.
All
and
of
I
it,
know-
if you have
It's
Steam
all of
open,
it.
if you just have Steam open, you set it in your controller settings,
That's
and
it,
Steam
it
just
just
does it.
works?
Yeah. And some games even just have the PlayStation face button to show up instead.
Well, because what I thought, this is my thought of how that worked. Like you could only use it with specific games and PS games.
No, sometimes you will have to get a program
Okay.
for like certain games. Like say if you're playing on like the Xbox app,
Oh yeah.
you
okay.
might have to like get DSX4 or DS4, which is a DualShock 4 program implemented into the PC
Mhm.
that lets you customize your PlayStation controller.
Okay. But you can just plug and play pretty much. with
Yeah,
it.
for the most part. But it's like most games these days have PlayStation controller support, and if you have Steam open, it sets up a Steam controller profile for you.
Now, do you do it through Bluetooth or does it have an adapter that
I
you
usually plug mine in.
You just plug it in?
I don't use. I'm not a supporter of wireless.
See,
I
yeah.
do not ever support wireless.
And I use my Xbox controller wirelessly.
No,
That's
I
one
will.
thing
I
that
will
would-
use wireless when I'm like on console. That's a different story because it's
That's
built
different.
in.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to PC, I'm not going to use a wireless keyboard or mouse.
Mhm.
I'm not using anything wireless.
Yeah, I use a wireless keyboard, a wireless mouse, and a wireless controller. So I'm the polar opposite.
My PC doesn't. I don't think I have a Bluetooth adapter in it, so I can't do.
Well, I don't
wireless.
use my stuff through Bluetooth. All my stuff has like a 2.4
dongle.
gigahertz dongle that I just plug
Oh.
into it and then it just connects through that.
Me, I do want to actually get a built-in Bluetooth, and I wouldn't mind doing Bluetooth for the PS5 controllers.
Mm. I
'Cause,
I don't know the reliability of Bluetooth with console controllers.
it's essentially that's what they use for PS5.
I know, but with PC though, because I know it's like it can be a little bit more complicated than that, depending on what they use for the Bluetooth.
I mean, you're just buying a Bluetooth chip and plugging it into your computer.
You mean like a dongle?
No, like an actual. You can probably just get like an actual like USB expansion port, slot PCI port,
okay,
or
I
something
see
like
what you
that.
mean.
I'm talking about like integrating it into the motherboard.
Because the
actually.
way that I'm thinking of is the built-in motherboards that have Bluetooth on it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
And those
I don't
were-
know how powerful
those
can
are
be.
one-to-one. That's it's just what the consoles are using,
Oh, okay.
literally.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
That's what like a PlayStation is. If you open a PlayStation up, it's just the PC motherboard without with like hard locked like inputs.
I just know that some versions of Bluetooth are not as good as others.
Yeah, that's why you research it before
Yeah.
you buy it. Do you research your water cooler before you put it in your computer?
I've had my water cooler for 7 years, but it's a good water cooler. Yes, it's a good AIO.
I think I have a new water cooler when I bought
I do
this
need to get a
new.
new one.
I pretty much had to buy a whole new PC this year. Like I remember you were.
Oh yeah, I did remember that.
I just wanted to upgrade the processor, and it turned into everything needed upgraded to support it.
But I would like to see custom PlayStation 5 controllers. I think that'd be cool. That are like actually like Sony supported and then not like a modding, like you have to ship out the controller and have the controller messed around with.
It took 3 hours to update.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day, this is unrelated side tangent. My computer had like a fucking conniption. I don't know what happened. I came home from work. I get home around like midnight or so. I saw that Windows was like, hey, there's an update. And it said in parentheses, this will take up to 4 minutes.
Mhm.
I said, okay, I'll update it before I go live. The PC didn't finish updating until an hour and a half later. And then when I finally got the PC, it asked me, enter the password. I said, okay. I hit enter to make the password thing come up. Doesn't show up for 20 minutes after that. I enter in the password, hit enter, takes another 20 minutes to load into the desktop. And then I was like, okay, well, it's loaded now. So I'll open OBS and then I'm going to run like a virus scan on my computer. I opened my antivirus and I opened OBS. OBS didn't open until an hour later.
Jesus.
I didn't stream that night.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I ended up just like going into Task Manager and just like ending everything that was running that I knew wasn't going to like crash the PC.
That's weird.
And after I did that, then it was fine. But fuck if I know what happened to my PC this week.
Yeah,
But that was terrifying.
Windows 11 is coming for you.
It is Windows 11.
Yeah.
I hate Windows 11. I have the what do you call this?
The taskbar.
The taskbar
It's
crashes
actually
on
the
me.
Pilot bar now.
The pilot bar.
The pilot bar has literally crashed on me about 6 times this month alone.
That's not surprising.
Have you wrote a sternly worded letter to your Microsoft agent?
No, I hate them. They don't get to know who I am.
You should write them a sternly worded letter.
Writer.
Here's what.
Did you know that Fred Jones's catchphrase is "hold the phone"?
He has a
Really?
catchphrase.
He's got that catchphrase and it's
Yeah,
hold the phone.
hold the phone, gang.
I didn't know
No,
that.
I didn't know that.
Anything else for PlayStation, by the way?
Ah, jeez. It's just the fact that they so get this. So Concord was midway developed, and they knew that it was bad ahead of time.
So they
They chose to buy the company that was making Concord to try and see if they could fix it. That $400 million price tag is before they bought the Concord company, by the way.
Oh my god.
I don't know how much they paid to acquire them.
Oh lordy.
So, yeah, Sony's going to make us pay the Concord tax whether we like it or not. But I want this to be a firm reminder to everyone here that's watching that if you do not support a product, please do not buy it. Do not give it attention. Just ignore it and let it die. That is the number one way to make sure that you get what you want in gaming. Don't support the products that are doing what you don't want. And I think that concludes my topic, and I think we can move on.
I have one more thing actually related to PS5. Do you think
No.
there's any chance Sony will retract the price, or do you think they're going to firm and this is it?
I think they'll retract it at some point.
I think they're going to be very disappointed in how many people don't buy it, and they're gonna be like, "Well, fuck you guys. I guess it's your guys' fault you didn't like this product."
So you think they're going to stay firm?
I think they're going to have a PR nightmare where they're going to complain about the customers not buying it, and then they'll change the price.
Yeah.
Okay. That was it. That was all I had.
Because that seems to be a general theme going with gaming journalism these days, is that it is the customer's fault.
Yeah, Sony's gonna blame the customers. That's Captain Froze says.
Even though you spend forever telling us if you don't like the game, don't play it.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, how's that 70 player base treating you?
Wasn't Sony the same company that also said you don't technically own the game or something?
No,
like
that
that?
was
You don't.
Ubisoft.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Ubisoft. Oh, if we can go into that a little bit. So I saw recently a video of a Japanese couple being mildly drinking and going over the Assassin's Creed Shadows trailer.
Okay.
So the first thing they saw was when Yasue was writing in a scroll, he was starting at the bottom of the scroll, and they're like, the first thing they said is, does he not want to write anything else in there? Because he's starting at the end of the scroll. They're showing a bunch of different Oda Nobunaga family like symbols that weren't supposed to be worn by Yasuke or anything like that, which also they legally did not acquire the rights to show this. There's a couple of religious idols and stuff like that the Japanese government doesn't usually allow in media, and they highly speculate that they did not get permission to show that either. They did not animate the katana going into the sheath properly. He misses the sheath entirely.
It's like
they were talking about like trapdoors, which I mean, a trapdoor is in the rooftops. That's different. That's just a video game thing. I'm okay to forgive that. But they were like, why would anyone have trapdoors on their roofs in Japan like that? And it's just like they kept talking about like all the building designs were off. It was very much just it was very much as much as they like try to talk about how culturally accurate it is. There was just a lot of like Japanese culture, according to the Japanese, that were just upset about it. Also, Ubisoft is lying to people and saying most of their complaints from the Japanese fan base are coming from Westerners just translating it and then copying it and putting it in there. But
that is so outlandish.
But the problem is, though, if you truly believe that, why would they then immediately go and also make their own separate statement in Japanese for their Japanese fan base apologizing?
That's ridiculous.
So what is it, Ubisoft? Are they all just Westerners or are they not? Why are you...
Something's wrong here.
So, yeah, that's a nice little decent like pop culture chunk. For the love of God, if anyone has to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, just give them the Ubisoft monthly price. Don't give them the full game price. Play it for like 3 days on the Ubisoft monthly and just cancel it like I did for Star Wars Outlaws. God, that game was fucking terrible.
Was it bad? I haven't touched it yet.
It is unfinished.
It's unfinished?
It is terrible. 4 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
And I'm very forgiving with games normally.
Okay. All right. I'll avoid it.
It's very pretty if you're goofy and you want to like look at like Star Wars scenery, but enjoy the actors because they don't interact with you. Also, Star Wars Outlaws, you think you'd be able to do crime and gang shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you can only just pickpocket police officers.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God.
You can't pickpocket citizens or like cheating. Well, you can cheat at gambling, but that's it.
Hell yeah.
If I'm thinking Outlaws, I'm thinking like Outlaw,
I'm thinking,
man.
let me get the Han Solo movie where we're doing a goddamn space train heist on the snow planet.
Shit. Anyways,
what do we have for pop culture? I forgot.
I mean, I shot my load with that Assassin's Creed Shadow one, so
I guess that's a little pop culture-ish. Didn't we have something that we discussed before the stream? Some specific?
To be honest, it seems like a lot of us came disorganized.
It's been a fucking week, I'll tell you what. My phone is crashing again. The screen isn't working. Oh,
was it anything to do with?
Oh yeah, Captain Froze brought up Metal Gear Solid 5 Delta, or not Metal Gear Solid 5 Delta, MGS. I thought that was a 5 on there. It's an S. My bad. MGS Delta, which I don't know if you guys know. I mean, Gabe probably knows what it is. That's a remake of the third one.
Yeah, I've never played Metal Gear Solid.
It's so good. It's worth your time.
I
think if anything, wait for this Delta to come out and start there.
Okay.
Because Delta technically takes place as first on the timeline.
Okay.
It is the earliest in the timeline for Metal Gear.
I remembered what we were going to talk about. This is the most gaming related pop culture thing ever. Would you like to tell us about the Waffle House CEO?
Yes, that's what it was.
To be fair, I think we made a joke about it last episode.
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, because I think I brought up that he died. That
news broke out, I think, like a week ago. Well, regardless, what do we got going on at Waffle House? Tell us all about it, Melvin.
Why are you guys looking at me?
I love Waffle.
You were the one that posted it in the Discord.
That's why. Oh yeah, so that's why I must have thought we brought it up already because I was the one that posted it. Yeah, he died. That's it. Fucking Waffle House died. And you know how many I hope now we all can jointly go and purchase the Waffle House IP ourselves, so that way we can set up waffle fights.
Waffle fights. I'm for that.
So we'll
is
make
that like
boxing gloves out of waffles.
Is that like an app?
Yeah.
Okay. And you like place bets?
Yeah, people will have like live streaming waffle fights, and
It's
like salty bets for Switch.
Do you like bet
Twitch.
money, or do you bet like breakfast items?
You bet premium Waffle House currency coins to redeem at various Waffle House patrons.
So if you win 5 waffle fights in a row, you get a free breakfast.
Yes, theoretically.
Yeah, you get a
depending how you play the system and how many waffle tokens you're
what
betting.
is it? The Big Slammer, whatever it's called.
the Denny's Grand Slam, yes, at the Waffle House.
Yeah. No, what they have it. It's called like I don't know what it's called, like the Big Platter or something.
I've never
like
been. I don't know.
You've never been to a Waffle House?
No, I haven't.
Well, we don't have any here,
Well, not here,
but yeah.
No, I've never been to a Waffle House before.
I gotta take you to a Waffle
You
House.
guys, everyone goes out on trips without me. No one ever invites me anywhere.
Well, you're coming with us to Waffle. We're gonna drive all the way to Waffle House and then come straight back.
You know what they say about Waffle House,
I mean,
right?
if we're going to Waffle House, you might as well go to White Castle as well.
That's the only.
White
smart way
Castle
to
is
do that.
disgusting. I won't.
Yes, Elsie, you can go.
Yeah, you can go with us. I've never been to Waffle House.
Dude, Waffle House is fire.
Let's just rent like a party bus and we all just go
Just
to Waffle
all go to
House and
Waffle
then
House.
leave.
Show up to the agreed upon location for us all to conveniently gather, and we take the waffle bus to the Waffle House.
Exactly. We like to waffle. We like to waffle.
Elsie has nenever been to Waffle House either.
What? You've never been to one either? Okay.
I went to. I have a buddy who lives down in Memphis, and I've been to a couple of Waffle Houses there.
Tune into our Patreon at the highest tier where we set up waffle tours.
Waffle Wars.
Waffle Wars.
Waffle
It's
Wars
like
is
epic
where-
rap battles of history, but it's
where-
just 2 people in a Waffle House duking it out.
Captain Froze has not been to one either. I guess
Okay,
we're-
all right, fair
tune
enough.
into
maybe.
okay, Captain Froze. Tune into our Patreon for the waffle
Yeah,
tour.
for the waffle
so the
tour.
Waffle Wars. That's gonna be when this podcast takes off and we're all like
It's
well
the
off.
Waffle Wars.
And so what it'll be is we'll each like go and sign up for a franchisee for Waffle Houses,
And just see
and
who
we'll just
runs it
we'll
best.
compete it between the 3 of us. We'll turn into a reality TV show.
This week on Waffle Wars, Melvin decides to beat the shit out of one of his employees for not cooking the waffle fast enough.
That's not.
I don't know. It's just fucking
Maybe he can finally get his comeuppance for the dog biting the game.
yeah, right.
This week we see Austin's store ravaged by 13 pit bull mastiffs.
Yeah, I like Waffle House. I've gone to a couple.
You just see
of
me
them.
breaking open your back door like
No.
like it's like just a Christmas story with the dogs running in.
Oh
and eating
yeah,
the
when they
turkey.
just all run
They
through and they're
run through
eating
and just
everything.
destroy your fucking
You're just sitting there. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Meanwhile, Gabe just succeeds because you and I are just too aggro.
We're
on each
just
other.
going on each
Meanwhile,
other and Gabe,
is,
yeah.
Gabe is the only one who's like actually takes this seriously, sitting there like with a tie and like shirt, just trying.
I gotta figure out the name of this Waffle House food because now it's driving me nuts that I
Just
don't
look up a
know.
Waffle House menu.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Stop, AdBlock Plus. I don't care.
What do you get from Waffle House?
Generally the waffle, not usually the house.
Hold on. I just saw something that. Wait.
What?
Okay, Captain Froze made a comment earlier saying, "How will this affect Waffle House getting into Tekken?" I went to type in Waffle House menu. The third lookup was Waffle House Tekken.
Wait, what is
this?
Why? Oh my god! Did someone mod a Tekken like Waffle
Okay,
House?
so
level?
it was a thing where the Tekken director asked why Americans want Waffle House to be a stage in Tekken 8. It's a meme, apparently. I was like, what?
Dude just threw his headphones off his head out of frustration.
That's just warm in here.
You want? I can turn that fan closer to
No,
you.
you're fine. Right now.
Okay, anyways, let me look at the menu
We're
for
pretty almost like
Waffle House real quick. Because the thing that I usually get where's the
yes, the small Frankenweenies.
Oh yeah, they got grits. Dude, why would they put their menu like this online? Like you have to go through 12 pages to figure out what they have.
Why didn't you just hit Google Images and look at the fucking?
Because I'm stupid. Leave me alone. Okay,
For some reason, I read Captain Froze saying they got grits as they got girls.
they got girls.
And I was like, no, girls don't go to Waffle House. What the hell are you talking about?
Girls don't go to Waffle
That's
House.
the danger zone.
That's the danger zone. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I can't
Waffle
really.
House is where PvP is enabled.
I can't really remember Waffle House. Like again, I've only been like twice in my life, but like last time I went, I just remember being like,
Oh.
that was just all right.
It was called the All-Star Special.
No.
It's essentially just IHOP, but like
Better.
still IHOP.
But you can fight people and find heroin in the bathroom.
So I mean, I don't know about IHOPs you guys have been going to, but I might have found something like that in their bathroom before.
I believe it honestly with these IHOPs.
I was just joking.
I know. I believe it with these IHOPs though. Some of them.
I'm more ashamed of the fact that I knew it was meth.
Did you guys go to IHOP when they had those like Sonic pancakes and shit?
I think I went there once.
There was like a Knuckles
There was
burger.
Sonic pancakes.
I mean, it was just their menu, like the regular pancakes renamed to be Sonic themed. And then I went there with Elsie and her husband and another friend of ours. And I think Elsie took the menu because they had like a specialized like Sonic menu. Can you confirm this, Elsie, in chat? Did you do that or am I mistaken?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't know that they did. Well, because I remember like they've done a couple special things for IHOP, but for the most part, if I remember them, I was like, why would they collab like that? Like, what?
I mean,
Sonic-
They literally do like most kids movie collaborations, like the Addams families, like
didn't
pancakes.
they do? I think it was like when like Despicable Me 2 or 3
Yeah,
came out.
they
and
had
I
like
was
a yellow based like
Yeah,
pancake that was
yeah.
like minion based.
Yeah, and I was like, why?
they had, like I said, they did like they did like the Hotel Transylvania 3. Addams Family had like
Yeah.
spiderweb pancakes. Like I think Wednesday had one of those too.
Yeah.
Burger King, I remember the only crossover I remember for Burger King was the old Treehouse of Horror Simpsons where they did Cherry Coke Freezy.
Ooh. Don't they do that now, basically?
They do now.
Yeah.
It was special back then when it first released because Bart Simpson told me to drink it.
Can we just talk about how shit Burger King has become lately?
What do you mean has become? It's always been shit.
Burger King
Back in the day, back in high school, they were pretty all right.
Burger King had a resurgence when they said, hey, we're going to release nuggets for $1 a piece. And then they started making the nuggets taste gross.
Yeah.
Because everyone kept buying $1 nuggets.
Yeah.
Elsie just sent me this picture of her Shadow the Hedgehog sitting next to Shadow Pancakes.
That's awesome. Yeah. She just put it in the chat too. Yeah. She said that
It's a
she
shame
sent
you
to in
can't
the
put that
chat.
up on the screen for chat to see.
I could. Hang on, give me a second. Keep talking, boys.
So anyways, I'm not going to do that now, am I?
You know what though? I prefer waffles over pancakes. Anyways, just because.
Well, you sick fuck.
What do you mean I'm a sick fuck? Waffles are better.
You like pancakes getting carved out in squares and like looking at them and being like, those are delicious.
Yes.
You like acne on your pancakes?
Yeah, there's Shadow. For those who are listening, we got a picture of Shadow right beside a pair of nicely looking pancakes.
Those were the Shadow the Hedgehog pancakes.
Those were okay.
Okay, yeah. And then here,
You know, I've never had pancakes from Cheesecake Factory. That's your boyfriend? Your boyfriend's really cute, dude. Is he single?
you can see behind Shadow in this picture. This is the menu that Elsie stole. I believe she asked the employee if she could take it, and the employee was just like, "Yeah, whatever."
Oh, kind of a side tangent to that. My wife
Thank you,
and I.
Elsie, for saying we can share him, I guess. It's okay. I appreciate you for sharing, and it just shows the character of you.
There was a side tangent that I had. There was a couple, it was last year, my wife and I went to Olive Garden for our 8-year anniversary. And we asked the waitress if we could get one of those cheese graters. And she was all like, yeah, let me see what I can do for you. So we finish our dinner and she comes back. She's like, yeah, everything all right? How was your food? And we're like, it's good. And she's like, okay, yeah, you want a dessert to go, right? And we're like, oh. And she was like, yeah, you did. You wanted dessert to go. And we were like, yeah. So she comes back out with a bag and she has the cheese grater in a little like plastic bowl dish that you could just take your pasta to go, and she shoved it in there, and she was all like, here's your dessert, have a good night. And we got into the car, we pulled it out, and the cheese grater still had the block of cheese in it, and it was just the cheese grater.
She just chose to fucking steal that for you guys.
Yeah. Oh no, she was totally like, yeah, whatever, I'll give it to you.
Did you guys tip her well?
Oh yes, we did. We tipped her very well for that. There was no reason we weren't, because we had like, I'm not even kidding, we had like a $100 gift card, and I think we spent like maybe like $60 and we gave her the rest, because that was just so
Do gift
awesome.
cards like get cashed out on tips on there?
I think they get a little bit, they take less, but still whatever was left on the gift card we gave to her, because that was just awesome. That was such an awesome moment. That was a side tangent though. Yeah, Elsie said I tipped the IHOP waitress at least 30% for the last for the menu. Yeah.
The most I've ever stolen was a ketchup bottle from Banditos.
I don't think I've ever taken anything from a restaurant
Oh
like
my-
on purpose.
My
Like,
wife is a fucking
Kleptomaniac.
klepto. She's a klepto. So is my mom. My mom's a klepto
So
too.
is your cousin.
Which one?
Tay.
Oh yeah, he's a kleptomaniac, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally went to Walmart with him the other day and he stole a hat.
Yeah, he's a klepto.
He fucking walked in without a hat and walked out without it. And I didn't even realize it until I was in the car and I looked at him.
He's a real bad klepto. I remember him stealing gum from the gas.
welcome to the incrimination
We did a-
podcast.
Yeah.
we did a secondary Fat and the Furious video
Did you?
where, because I was in the cart and it was his little brother and I and him. We were just rolling around recording me like speed racing.
All right. Is that it for
Yeah,
culture?
I think
all right.
so. So, what do we got for grab bag today, boys?
All right, boys. I want each and every single one of us to go to your favorite AI and ask them what the current hottest video game news is.
I don't have a favorite AI. I don't use AI.
Go on to Discord. You can hit up Chat GPT through our server, I believe, on Starfruit Brigade.
Okay.
I remember, what was it?
Or just type in Chat GPT and look it up and just hit that.
What am I asking it?
Ask it, what's the hottest video game news currently available? I'm going to ask the Snapchat AI.
Me too.
Oh, then I'll hit up my other AI then.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Actually, I'll ask the Snapchat AI as well. Then I'll ask mine that's trained.
Yeah, this one's just pure raw. Whatever the fuck this is. The hottest video game news right now is about the release of the highly anticipated game Cyberpunk 2077 Renegade. It's creating a lot of buzz with immersive gameplay and stunning graphics. Gamers are super excited about this one. Have you heard about it?
Oh, what's interesting is mine. It said, "Hey Melvin, the hottest video game news right now is the announcement of the new God of War Ragnarok game release date."
What?
Oh, Captain Froze says he also has something.
The Fatal Fury crossover?
There's a Fatal Fury crossover?
I got ChatGPT told me there's an update that fixed some bugs and introduced new content and enhancing the gameplay experience for players for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
That's the new and upcoming news.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it definitely happened. The game that hasn't been updated in over a year.
Look up Fatal Fury Ronaldo.
This is like the most generic thing. Like it gave me it just listed 6 different games, but like it gives me like the most nothing burger of news. It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Recent patches have balanced weapons and introduced new maps and modes for multiplayer. Fortnite, the latest season introduced new mechanics, fresh battle pass skins, and map changes. The storyline continues to evolve, adding new lore elements. There's lore in Fortnite?
Holy shit! I actually got like current video game news on my Chat GPT though. Like it pulled information about the Starfield Shattered Space DLC that's coming out this month. It also pulled up the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics is being released for PC as well, which I desperately want to try that. But
I just asked my AI for more news, and my AI said there's a new expansion pack for Fortnite called Zero Gravity Zone.
I don't know if that's real anymore right now.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So the reason why I'm doing this is so for everyone that's watching, just know that we could be like this.
Yeah, we could tell you completely
bullshit news
that is weeks or months old games and that have not actually had any updates. Hang on, I'm gonna ask Chat GPT something.
So please notice me, my little senpais in the chat. I guess.
Okay, here's my question to Chat GPT. Will the PS5 Pro be good? It's expected to build on the strengths of the original PS5, likely offering enhanced performance, improved graphics, and potentially features like 8K support. No, it's not. Or better ray tracing. While we don't have official details yet, yes, we do, it follows the pattern of past PlayStation upgrades. It should provide a solid boost for gamers, especially those looking to see the best possible performance in next-gen titles. Are there specific features you're hoping to see? Yeah, I want to see if I can buy it affordably.
I typed in, did Goku die? And it says, yes, Goku has died multiple times throughout Dragon Ball history. However, since he is the protagonist, he typically returns to life through various means, such as Dragon Balls or divine intervention. So let's just ask ChatGPT stupid video game questions. How do I plug in a controller?
Hang on. ChatGPT.
Wow, this Snapchat AI really sucks.
Did you customize your Snapchat AI at all?
This is the first time I've ever used the Snapchat AI.
I customized mine. Mine talks like a 40s archaeologist.
What?
Combined with like a love for Roman history and space, and her name is Emma.
All right, I'm asking ChatGPT to tell me about Pyra Xenoblade. Oh my god, it's giving me like a fucking 10-page essay.
Oh well, it seems like you and ChatGPT have something in common.
There's nothing really interesting in this. It's pretty accurate, actually.
I'm asking ChatGPT to tell me some recent gaming news.
Can you tell me about how to be good in Marvel vs. Capcom?
Chat, what is Punisher?
It's one of the games in the MVC collection.
No, I know what Punisher is. I know who Punisher is, yes.
Holy shit. I asked ChatGPT how to get good at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It gave me a 9-bullet point essay.
Okay, maybe ChatGPT is too qualified for this. We need more bad AIs.
Yeah.
Let's go to the. I'm gonna look up the Facebook one real quick.
I don't have Snapchat or anything like that, so
I just had ChatGPT make me a song about video games.
Can you sing it for us?
Yes.
Bum 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 bum. I'll give you the backbeat. Bum 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 bum.
Late at night, I power up. Pixels glow, my heart's in luck. Adventures pop from the screen so bright. Worlds to conquer and ready to fight. Level up, let's take the stage. I can't do this anymore. What?
I'll take over then.
You want to? No, I can do it.
Finish it out. Finish it out.
I'll finish it out.
Gabe was bumping it. He was good.
I'll finish it out.
Finish it out.
ChatGPT got bars.
Automaton?
Oh, it's in the living room. I saw it earlier.
It's in the living room? Hang on. Hang on. Keep going, though.
Keep going? Okay. All right. I need
bum,
you.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. We're going for verse 2.
Verse 2, baby. All right.
Racing through tracks, the finish line's near. With every boost, I'm shedding my fear. Puzzle solving, I'm on a quest. With each new challenge, I'll give my best.
Is that it?
It goes back to the chorus.
Go do it again.
Okay.
What's the chorus again?
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Level up. Let's take the stage in a digital world where the breaking cage heroes rise side by side in this game of life we will never hide.
All right. Yeah.
We're copywriting that right now. That is our
full upload version.
That's going to be the new
intro for Pixel Pulse.
Instead of the 5-minute intro, we just have that on loop.
Yes, that's it. It's going to be clipped and edited out for a full upload. Yeah. Yep. LC. Yes, we will do that.
Uh-oh, he's got that automaton. What's he going to play? Don't do Megalovania. Do not do me. It sounds just like Megalovania. What I tell you not to do. This dude is fucking straight yapping on that.
Let me see it. I want him to eat my finger.
Great.
The Kirby automaton just ate
All
my
right,
finger.
that's it. We're done there.
Yeah, we're done there.
That was our pop. That was our grab bag. That was it. Fucking freestyling.
Just a freestyle about Chat GPT. Do we
went to the store to buy myself a hat.
Do we want to do one more for grab bag, or do we want to save that for next time?
I think that's it.
That's it. Okay,
I think
we're good.
Let's go ahead and do an outro here real quick for all you fine young gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all
you people, will you listen to me? I just had a sandwich, no ordinary sandwich. A sandwich filled with jellyfish jelly. Hey, man, you've got to try this sandwich. It's no ordinary sandwich. It's the tastiest sandwich in the sea. Yeah.
Welcome to the Sandwich Cast.
Yay.
Welcome to Sandwich Pulse.
All right, Gary Chu, where can we find you?
Yeah, Gary Chu.
You could find me. I'm a Gary Chu. You can find me on Mucho Gracias.
Live Mas.
You can find me on Twitch. Agari_Uchu. That is AGARI_UCHU. You could find me on Twitter at Agari Uchu, TikTok Agari Uchu, YouTube Agari Uchu, and Agari Uchu VODs. I've been playing Pokemon on my streams lately, but we're probably going to start a new game here soon so that I can also have that on stream. But Pokemon is my main goal right
And
now.
he's playing Xenoblade, so he's based.
Yeah, based.
Well, what about you, the big guy with the sunglasses that aren't on his head right now?
Oh, sorry. Allow me to equip my disguise.
Wait, who the fuck is that?
I'm Gregory now.
Gregory.
So Gregory here has actually found that the Dead Rising
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Did you know Joe Biden has a fucking ice cream delivery button?
What do you mean?
So they had an interview where they're like, you know, if you press that button, what happens? And he goes, I don't know, let's find out. And so he just fucking presses the button. The next thing I know, this like young lady just brings in an ice cream bar for Joe and not for the guest.
Great.
So for me, I'm currently finding that Dead Rising Remaster has spurred me real hard, so I'm not going to give up on it for a while. I find the art beautiful. I want to do a series of promotional safety videos with weapons in Dead Rising, like doing like really silly like 80s effects and like VHS tape like a gimmick.
That'd be fun.
I also wanted to go and give like 10 tips for starters for people who are beginning to do Dead Rising and may not understand some of the like finer nuances of it, like how much everything is timed.
Fair enough.
You can find me at WaterMelvin.
Captain WaterMelvin.
Captain WaterMelvin on YouTube, I think is the thing, is the little @ symbol.
The little app.
But anyways, this has been Gregory.
Goodbye, Gregory.
Goodbye, Gregory.
Goodbye, Gregory.
Goodbye, Gregory.
My name is Douglas, also known as Gabriel, also known as Mark, also known as Wario, also
Hi,
known
Mark.
as... Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I am the guy that you're currently watching if you're on the Twitch channel, if you're on the YouTube channel. I guess technically you're also watching, but not really. You can find me at Gabriel Surge on Twitch. You can find me on Gabriel Surge on YouTube, Gabriel Surge Live Libraries on YouTube, Gabriel Surge Game Galleries on YouTube, Gabriel Surge Why the fuck do you have so many channels on YouTube? And Gabriel Surge Please shut the fuck up and move on to the next part of your outro bit on YouTube. And I'm playing Mario Eclipse, which is a Mario Sunshine ROM hack, like I mentioned before. And I'm playing Undertale Genocide Run. I lost to Sans 11 times on stream last night. That was very fun. And
Oh man, I messed my Genocide run up.
I almost messed it up. I thought I like progressed too quickly and then fucked myself out. But
I did progress too quickly and fucked myself out. Because no matter what, I just sat there for like 2 hours just moving back and forth. And I couldn't find anything. So I was like, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm done.
Mm.
And then no.
Womp womp.
Where were you in Hotland? Because that's where I thought I fucked myself up, like the volcano area.
It was the robot. Mettaton.
Yeah. That's in Hotland.
Oh.
So that's what confused me too. Like if you progress too quickly there, you stop getting encounters, but you're supposed to get the rest of the encounters in the next area just before Mettaton.
Yeah, but I was in that area. I couldn't find them. I kept going back and forth for 2 hours. I was like, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe it glitched out. No, it just didn't count.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to be starting Kingdom Hearts after I finish Undertale. So we're going from one like super internet game to another super internet game. Hopefully I don't die.
When you walk away, you will hear me say,
I've never played Kingdom Hearts before, so this is going to be something. I'll tell you what.
I've also never played Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is very good.
I have the collection on
one
Steam.
is going to probably be the worst of the batch, though.
Great.
Either 1 or 3. I've been hearing a lot of people hate 3, but I hear a lot of people just think 1 is aged poorly.
Great. Can't wait.
I'm doing Critical Run on both, and I already finished 1, and I'm almost halfway through 2.
Incredible. Well, I do believe that is the end of our podcast here. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you.
We will be back in exactly 2 weeks for another episode of Pixel Pulse, where
I love you, Chad.
Where the muzzle is still on our dear friend Melvin. That's going to be on October 6th. Mark your calendars, October 6th.
October 6th is the next episode. Shut the fuck up, Melvin.
Goodbye.